So I am going to try and draw a triangle with some given information here. So notice that the triangle is not pre-drawn for me. It's triangle ABC, so the vertices are A, B, and C. And I've got three pieces of information. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a protractor and a ruler, and I'm going to, or grid paper like I've got here, and I'm going to make a horizontal line to start with. So that's going to be the base of my triangle. I don't know how long it is yet, but that's what I'm going to use as the base. I'm going to label this angle as angle A, and since I've lined up my protractor, I'm going to measure out 36 degrees. So here's 40, so a little bit, 36 is about there, and I'm going to make a 36-degree angle. So this here is 36 degrees. And the length of that line is going to be 8 centimeters. Now, why did I not choose 3 centimeters for that length? Because I know that side A has to be across from angle A. So side A is going to be somewhere here. And so that's why I'm going to wait with that one. I'm going to let this side be B here. And I'm going to use a ruler and say, all right, that is 8 centimeters. Now, a couple of observations here. I can draw, if you can imagine, there's going to be a triangle that's drawn. So I have to connect this point to this bottom line. And the height of the triangle is going to be this height right here. And notice it's shorter than 8 centimeters. A, which is directly across from 36 degrees, is 3 centimeters long. So just estimating, 3 centimeters would approximately be something like that length. Now notice it's not going to reach the bottom horizontal line. Even if I swing it out or swing it this way, it's not going to reach the bottom line. So there is actually no way these dimensions are going to create a triangle. And that's because this is shorter than the height. So the height of the triangle was this distance here, and we know that's smaller than 8, but it's definitely larger than 3. So what exactly is the height? I'm going to calculate that here, and I'm going to use that right angle triangle. So remember there was SOHCAHTOA. Since it's a right angle triangle, I can use SOHCAHTOA, and I want to calculate this distance right here, which I'm going to call x, and I'm given this one, which is the hypotenuse. So that means I'm going to use the sine. So the sine of 36 degrees equals the opposite, which is x, over the hypotenuse, which is 8. And so x equals 8 times the sine of 36 degrees. And if I use my calculator to give me a value of 4.7 centimeters. So the height is 4.7 centimeters. So since this distance here is shorter than the height, we know there can be no triangle formed. It's impossible. So remember, if we're going to take another look at that same triangle, angle A was 36 degrees. Little a, we are going to say, is making make the length of A a little bit longer. So let's say it's the height of the triangle, so 4.7 centimeters. B is still 8 centimeters. So roughly sketching that out, here's my horizontal line. Here's my 36 degrees. Here's my 8 centimeters. And I'm going to draw in an A value that is 4.7, which is going to come straight down like this and reach the bottom at 90 degrees. So with these dimensions, there is one possible triangle. triangle ABC, and it's a right triangle. And that's because one of the lengths, this one right here, is equal to the height. So again, remember that angle A was 36 degrees and B is 8 centimeters. And this time I'm going to push A to be a bit longer even still, so 6 centimeters. So we're going to start again with our horizontal line. We're going to sketch in our 36 degrees of angle A, and B is 8 centimeters here. And now I'm going to make a 6 centimeter length. Now this length here is 4.7, so it's going to be a little bit beyond that, and that means I need to swing this out to make it fit. So that is 6 centimeters. And notice I can make a triangle. But what made me decide to swing right? Could I have swung that 6 centimeters side this way? Sure. That means I actually have two possible triangles. This one right here in red, and let's do it in purple, the purple one right here. So there are two possible triangles given these measurements. So there are two possible triangles. And what conditions were met? This length right here, A, was larger or longer than the height. So let's take one more look at this same triangle. Remember, A was 36 degrees and B was 8 centimeters, but this time I'm pushing A to be 10 centimeters long. So I've got my horizontal line, angle A, approximately 36 degrees, distance of 8 centimeters, and now I'm going to make this super long at 10 centimeters. So it's longer than this side here. Now, if I imagine, and I try and, obviously I have to swing it left or right to make it fit. So if I swing it up here, can you see that this red line wouldn't have space inside the triangle? It doesn't work. So that means the only way I can swing this is to this direction right here. And that means that there is one triangle possible. So that triangle looks like this, where this side is 10 centimeters. Now, what are the conditions that made this happen? Well, this is larger than the height, and it is longer than the other side, and it's longer than the second side. So there's two conditions met in order for there to be this type of situation.